Hi, it's Doug Dane. You might be asking the wrong person for advice. This is my daily tip from my book, Mistaken Identity. And I really know for sure that people are mistaken about their capability, they're mistaken about their attitude towards themselves, they're mistaken about how they feel about themselves, primarily because of your experiences, your upbringing, and because of those experiences and upbringing, maybe the failures and mistakes that you've made in your life, maybe where you're at right now, feeling, man, oh man, I know I could be doing better. And you're mistaken about why you're stuck, and you're probably mistaken about the way that you're thinking. So today I want to talk to you about this idea of operating your mind properly. So in my book, I not only talk about this mistaken identity and how your self-image or opinion of yourself has been created to be off track, where you feel like you're off track, but there's also certain rules that you got to follow in terms of how you operate your mind and think properly in order to get where you want to go, solve the problems that you're facing. So oftentimes you go to the wrong person for advice. Do not go to your ego or your mistaken identity for advice. He or she doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. And what we've got to do is we've got to train ourselves to operate our thinking properly, because the answers that you're seeking to your problems come in a certain process, a very simple process. It's a very simple part of the machine. If you're looking for answers to solve your problems, get ahead, here's what you got to do. It's 5 steps. Number 1 is you have to state with your pen, grab your pen and a piece of paper, and state where you're going. In other words, what is your goal? What is your destination? I'm so happy and grateful now that I am what? Where are you? What are you doing? What is life like? So first off, point your mind to where you want to get to, all right? The outcome, not the method, the outcome, all right? Secondly, as soon as you do that, as soon as you trigger any emotions around something that you want, if there's any contradictory, mistaken stuff in your subconscious mind, it's going to throw up fears, doubts, worries, questions. You might even want to just procrastinate on the whole idea. It does all kinds of things. Your ego, your false self, your mistaken identity really plays with it because it does not like change. And so the idea that you say, hey, you write it out, I'm going this way or I'm going there, they don't like it. It doesn't like it. And so you got to remember that. So then you isolate the fears, the doubts, the worries, the questions, the distractions, all these things that come up. And then the key to getting answers that you seek is you've got to come up with really good questions. And so rather than, praying and pleading out of ignorance, out of fear, ask yourself a really good question. For instance, what are the 3 things I can do today to navigate this problem effortlessly and easily, and please guide me. So what you're doing is you're speaking to your inner self. You're speaking to spirit, infinite intelligence, God. You have the ability to connect to infinite intelligence, God, whatever you want to call it, by doing it the right way. And so you write out a really good question. Spend a lot of time thinking about a good question. Listen, if you had an opportunity to stand before the king, it's called getting audience with the king. If you could get audience with the Dalai Lama, if you could get audience with the president of your country, if you could get audience with somebody you really admire, you would come to that meeting because you'd only get a little bit of time with these people. You might have 60 seconds. You would make sure you don't waste it. And in advance, you think of a really good question to go to this leader, this trusted advisor that you're going to ask for guidance. So take time to write out a really good question and then wait for an answer. We pray and then we just run off and start our day. You got to wait for the answer. So just get relaxed, close your eyes, think of the question again, state the question out loud again, and just wait for the answer to come. And sometimes it'll come. It might not come in that moment. I wouldn't wait too long, but I would certainly wait at least 5 minutes and just quiet, breathing, focusing on the question. Don't be afraid to restate your question or ask again. Just keep asking for guidance and see what comes to you. And then give spirit, God, whatever you believe in, give them a chance to respond. It's funny, we ask for guidance, we ask for help. And of course, our mistaken identity likes to kick in and interrupt the conversation, distract us away from even asking the question. They might even whisper it to you, God doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't know why you're praying to him. You don't even know he's there. Whatever happens in your mind, And that's the wait part. And then go about your day. And, at some point in the day, today, tomorrow, maybe next week, but generally fairly quickly, when you're in a relaxed state, you might be playing sports or having a shower, just relaxing, you'll get an idea. And when you get an idea, act on it immediately. At the very least, jot it down, write it down, make note of it, don't lose it, don't forget it. If you can, take action on it right away. Pick up the phone, send a message, do something to move into action in response to that answer. I figure if I'm talking to God and asking for guidance, and then he gives me an answer, I think it's prudent on me to follow that direction. That'd be crazy if you could actually meet God in person, stand before the king and ask for guidance, and God told you what to do and you didn't act on it. And then the fifth step is that if you don't get the answer you're seeking, then go to somebody that has the skill set and the proof and the results that demonstrate they know what they're talking about. Then go talk to them and use those first 4 steps. State your goal, state your fears, doubts, worries, problems, obstacles, state the question you have for them. And then together, the two of you put your heads together and wait and see what kind of an answer comes up. That's the proper way to use your mind to solve your problems, get guidance, get direction. Your job is just to focus on what it is you want, okay? It's none of your business how it's going to happen. Leave the outcome, let the outcome, or the method rather, let the process happen rather than trying to control it and force it. Your business is where you're going. How it's going to happen is God's business, and that's the correct way to do it. Make no mistake, this is the way to operate your mind. Thank you. Have a good day.